I'm tired of these kids killing each other. Doesn't make any sense. They're not living. They're dying.
I don't trust no man without no blicky. Cause when shit gets sticky, what the that blicky at? Yeah. I ain't got no blicky, boy.
This is the story of Tyniya Powell, age 20, and Jamarion Barnes, age 21, a young couple who were found shot dead next to an ATM by someone who they might have been doing something with. Jamarion's brother was shot the same way 3 months prior and the case was never solved, but fortunately this time, the cops found a nice footage of the crime and also got some intel as who the criminal could be, but the major problem was them knowing the actual motive behind the crime. Hello and welcome to Twisted Crimes. Subscribe and hit the like button for more stories.
Bitch. This nigga pressure. He got a big ass TV, ain't gotta squint my eyes. His room clean as fuck, his sheets clean as hell, and the Wi-Fi jumping in this bitch. His bed feel good as hell. He ain't got no roaches neither. Stop coming over.
This story will be taking us to Jacksonville, Florida. Jacksonville, Florida is the most populated city in Florida and the 10th largest in the United States, with a population of around 991,000 as of March 2024. Jacksonville has the highest murder rate of all the large cities in Florida. It's a very dangerous and a bit unsafe place to live.
You see me calling your phone and you ain't answer? I'll punch you in the fucking mouth out, bitch. You think I play them games with you, bitch?
Tyniya Powell is a 20-year-old who loves to be happy. She was someone who had ambitions with herself. She was happy with her life, she had some things going for herself, plus she was active on social media. She had a lot of following on social media, people loved her content and also loved her as a person because she was always funny and was always lovely.
People be like, why you don't trust men? Why you don't trust men? Because I too be looking for the bitches. I touch down where the hoes at. You know what I mean?
I know y'all probably would like to have thought that it was Santana, and it probably would have been a thing if it was Santana, but it's not Santana.
Who the fuck know how to scam? I'm tired of going to work working for the white motherfucking man. Who the fuck know how to scam, bitch? And when I say scam, I want to buy a jet 3 times a fucking week. Put me the fuck on. I need to go to Nigeria. You bitches in Miami ain't bout that.
Tyniya would meet someone by the name of Jamarion Barnes. Jamarion was a young guy who lived the life of a young person too. He had a 9-month-old daughter who he cherished a lot. He posted some things about himself online too.
He might be cheated sometime, and I might did too, a couple of times. But that was it. I ain't never doing it ever again. Cause you know why? Cause I love this.
He was a young man who lived life as it came. Jamarion unfortunately lost his younger brother 3 months prior to the date of this incident, and it had a toll on him. They were very close. Tyniya and Jamarion were just starting to enjoy their relationship when disaster struck. On June 20, 2022, the couple drove within the city and ended up next to an ATM where they parked their car. The reason for them to park there isn't really known yet. They could have planned to use the ATM or was waiting for someone. Unfortunately, someone shot and killed them while in their car. In the footage video shot at 9:18 that night from across the ATM at Bowdoin and Spring Park Roads showed the last moments when the young man and woman parked their Toyota Corolla next to it. The video shows a man in dark clothing getting out of the Toyota's back seat, opening the driver's door and grabbing something before walking away. He sprints back to shut the driver's door, reopening the back one before closing it and running away quickly as a minivan, then a car stopped nearby. When officers arrived there about 10 minutes later, Jamarion was found lying outside the driver's door and Tyniya on the ground next to the passenger side. Jamarion was said to have died on the scene while his girlfriend died at the hospital.
603 and police right now investigating a double homicide that was off Bowdoin Road overnight. A man and woman shot and killed, and Leah Shields now joining us with those details. Leah?
Both victims in their 20s. The man died here on scene. Now, there's no longer a crime scene, so we're pretty close to where the actual incident happened. You can actually see some orange markings here in the parking lot. This handicap parking space and the ATM, that's really where the incident was focused in on. Again, the man dying here on scene. The woman was taken to the hospital and she later died there. Now, there's no suspect information at this time. What we do know is around 9:15 at night, officers responded to a person shot. They arrived here. They found both victims on scene with gunshot wounds. There are multiple witnesses talking to police right now. Homicide detectives investigating this still. And before police could notify next of kin, it appeared loved ones began rushing to the scene.
It's a very terrible situation, and it appears that family members are contacting one another and believe that they know that their family member is deceased. We're trying to determine that now.
So if you know anything, give Crime Stoppers a call. You can see they've already put a sign up here on the scene trying to notify people. They say rewards up to $3,000 for any information leading to an arrest.
Jamarion's mother was devastated after hearing the news of her second son's passing, having just lost one son 3 months ago without any arrest. According to a friend, Jamarion's mother talked to him on the phone about an hour before the shooting. There was no leads, but the cops were able to arrest someone who was involved in the crime. Following an investigation and also words by people who lived in the community, they zeroed in on a particular person, and a warrant was issued for 20-year-old Ration Gist's arrest.
Breaking overnight, police have arrested a man that they say killed 2 people last June. Ration Gist is expected in court this morning. The investigation began after 2 people were found shot in a car on Bowden Road. The 2 people killed were later identified as being in their 20s. Jamarion Barnes, a father, and Tyniya Powell, right there on your screen.
From the look of things, he also fits the person who was seen in the video. Officers and the United States Marshals Fugitive Task Force arrested Ration. He was charged to court and had no option of bail.
Mr. Gist, you're here in charge of murder in the 2nd degree. By warrant, I've been directed to set your bond at none. Public defender is appointed. Sir, your next court date will be before the circuit court, August 25th, 9 o'clock. Ms. Massey, any warnings you want to give your client?
Sir, please don't speak to anyone in the jail or otherwise about your case. Someone from my office will be contacting you as soon as possible. Just please make sure you don't discuss the facts of your case at all with anyone.
Glenn Northrop.
Police later confirm after series of investigations that Ration texted, called and also FaceTimed Jamarion earlier in the day, saying, I need a pee cause my plug's still in Texas. So most likely he needed some help with some products which Jamarion offered to render. But after he rendered the help, he decided to kill him and his girlfriend before escaping with a red bag which he picked up from the car after he shot them. He is facing 2 counts of murder in the shooting death of Tyniya Powell and Jamarion Barnes. Police still do not know what the motive is, but they believe drugs might have been involved. Police released few details of what led up to Ration's arrest, only saying that evidence and tips from the community helped detectives identify a suspect who was arrested with the help of the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force. Officers are still hoping to solve Jamarion's case with the help of people in the community. Friends of Tyniya said she would really be missed as she is a very likable and friendly person.
Bae. Yes? Was you really at Tasha's house trying to fight her today? Was. And you killed the lady car? Did. And told this lady you gonna kill her and her kids? Am. Now you know damn well you ain't gonna kill nobody, man. Say.
Oh, this is my son. Don't play with me right now. This is my jam. What? Oh, yes.
The same was said about Jamarion. Friends and families were wondering why 2 brothers could have died in the same city in a space of just 3 months. The investigation on the murder from 3 months ago is still very active, and the cops are asking anyone who has any information to contact them anonymously.
Friends and family came together to honor 2 people killed in a Southside parking lot. Action News Jax told you when police said Jamarion Barnes and Tyniya Powell were shot to death on Monday. Barnes leaves behind a 9-month-old baby. I'm John Bachman. Action News Jack's Ben Ryan is live where the shooting and the vigil took place tonight. And Ben, this was an emotional night for everybody there.
And John, dozens and dozens of people showed up for this vigil. Many gathered around the ATM where we know what happened. Others were scattered throughout this parking lot to honor the two people who were shot and killed. Now, I spoke with a family friend. They told me that whoever is responsible for this certainly has no values.
Loved ones gathered to remember Jamarion Barnes and Tyniya Powell. The two were gunned down next to an ATM on Bowden Road. Police say they were both found outside of a car. Family friend LaTanya Nelson said her son played football with Barnes, and it's something she'll hold on to forever.
He was a good kid. He was a good young man. He was a sweet young man.
Over 60 friends and family members gathered to honor their lives in the spot where the shooting happened. A night filled with tears and support.
You took a son, you took a father, you took a brother, you took a friend, you took a nephew, you took a grandson, you took somebody's life.
According to JSO's transparency page, there have been at least 60 murders in Jacksonville this year. Nelson says the violence needs to stop.
I'm tired of these kids killing each other. Doesn't make any sense. They're not living. They're dying.
Our sincere condolences to the friends and families of Tyniya Powell and Jamarion Barnes. May their souls continue to rest in peace. Please stay safe out there and see you guys in the next video.